Hello, my name is Jesse Hall, and my senior capstone is about teaching teens financial literacy. What I was hoping to solve, the problem I was hoping to solve when I first started this project was to just help kids understand financial literacy and for also to help myself understand it more because a lot of us are going off to college and it's going to involve finances and things that we need to learn just to give people more of a grasp on it so they could understand it more. That was my main goal when I did this project. When I started this project, that was like my main hope when I started. Um, the possible solution I identified was that when I talked to the bank and Miss Larson, I tried getting a representative to come out, but they could not. I'm um, the possible solution that I found was maybe like if we have more information spread out to children, but it's also the kids that also need to have to be interested in it to try to learn. But if more information was spread out to children and parents, and like maybe there was like a class on it, or just like a flyer, like something in that aspect, it would help them at least like see it and have a general understanding. That would be really helpful to a lot of kids going off to college who don't know. Um, Also, like what did I hope to learn? What I hope to learn was I wanted to learn how to manage accounts, manage bank accounts. I wanted to learn how to like what kind of credit card I should get, what interest rate should I have, because I'm going to go off to college, RCC, and I have to pay tuition, and I have to have a bank account if I want grants come in or anything like that. And I just wanted to learn. I wanted to teach myself, and maybe not for me teaching others, but have someone else explain to others. And I wanted just other kids to understand it too, who were questioning it, who didn't know. Um, what the steps I took in the beginning were I talked to my teacher, Miss Larson. I also went to the bank. I went to three different banks. I went to Bank of America, Chase Bank, and the Credit Union Altura. I called all three. I also went there, but the problem was is that they couldn't have a representative come out. So that was like the only problem that I had. I also had other problems throughout the way, but an obstacle I encountered was just getting when I was on the phone with the bank, just trying to talk to the right person because it was just they didn't really understand what I was asking, and I should have gone out there in person. Um, like the steps that I took were the first thing I did was I talked to Miss Larson. The first thing I did was I looked up for information online on how I could solve this, or just a little bit more of insight to help me understand for myself what I need to do. And then I also talked to Miss Larson about it, and what she told me was um, she in her class she teaches financial literacy in every sort of financial aspect, and that it'd be good if I had a bank representative to come out to speak, and that was like one of my goals. So, and then the next thing I did was call the bank, and I also contacted other banks, and also tried just contacting financial representatives, and I even talked to my parent about it, just trying to get any information I could. Um, I did. I also went out to I went out to a financial. I called a financial advisor, try to see if they could come out. Um, I did also other things. I I just did a lot more research, and that was my main goal to try to figure out what I could use that research from to find someone who could explain it. And yeah. Um, Also, like what I did. What did I feel? I felt that. What did I feel? Like I felt it was a little stressful. Trying to talk to people, trying to get information, but I felt that it was a good thing because I needed to do what I could to get the information, do that, to try to give it people more insight. Uh, what did I learn about the topic I chose? I learned that financial literacy is actually like really like it's not just like one thing. It's like multiple things. It's like credit cards, checks, bank accounts. Like it's a bunch of stuff. It's not just like one little set thing. It's a many things, and it leads on to many other things. And it takes a lot to know it, to understand it. Um, what I learned about myself was I realized that I didn't really think that I was gonna be able to do good on this project or get information out of it, but I realized that that if I was persistent and if I just be persistent with everything else, and what did I learn about myself? I learned that if I'm just persistent with things, I could get it done, and I could get through it, and I could do it good. And if I'm not negative, I could do it. I could do it good, and that's what this project taught me. Um, I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that. I tried calling so many banks because at least with I knew that at least if I contacted one, I get an answer out of them or something, and that sort of helps me know that they care to tell kids about financial literacy and they care to just teach them or at least try to give them an insight or a flyer, things in that aspect. Um, I wish that I would have gone to the bank physically more. That's something that I wish I would have done that I should have done, but I did not. I wish I should have gone to more banks physically than just three, and I called a lot more, and I should have gone there physically. Um, I wasn't able to make a difference, but I took steps in the sense of calling the banks and try to telling them about kids who need to learn, and if I could bring someone out, they could like have someone come out there and present. What I wish I would have, if I wish I would have done to make a bigger difference was talk to Miss Cunningham way before because she had people who could come out and present in the class, and that's something that I wish I would have done, but it was my fault for not remembering. Um, if I had resources and more time, I would probably talk to Miss Cunningham. I talked to many other teachers about what if they know anyone who could present it, or like make a poster flyer, like something like in that aspect to like try to get it out to all students, or at least for the Point A class. Um, if I could give healthy advice to incoming senior prior to this project, I would probably say, uh, healthy advice. I'd probably say don't procrastinate because if you procrastinate on this, you're gonna not do good. And start it early and put your best effort in it and I'd say be positive about it. Just be positive about this, and it could be a life changing experience for people, and to others it could be negative to them. But whatever you do about it, try the best you can, try your hardest, and don't procrastinate, and just be positive about it because it's a lot better than having a type of essay. I'll tell you that. So, uh, my own creative ending, I guess. Well, this is Jesse Hall, and that's my capstone. Goodbye.